The Office.
Oh yeah.
Make it happen, Captain. More like make it happen, General.
Did you ever finish Parks and Rec? I think
No,
last time
I
you
did
didn't.
not finish
Okay.
it. I mean, I put it on and watch it a lot. I put it on and watch it a lot. So
Yeah.
I put it on and watch it a lot.
There you go.
Yeah.
We were going to do like an unpopular opinions podcast, and I was going to have an unpopular opinion, and it was going to be Parks and Rec is a better show than The Office.
100%.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh,
100%. Ron Swanson.
just because of him. I don't
I
know,
tell you
man.
What, Parks and Rec has a better cast, like overall. Like if you take the entirety of the cast, I think Michael Scott is a better main character than Leslie Knope. I think they're both great. Michael Scott carries that show. But if you look at Ron Swanson, Leslie Knope,
Yeah.
Tom Haverford, I mean, and then you got Rob Lowe and
What's the emo chick's name?
Aubrey Plaza.
That's her real name.
Her real name's Aubrey Plaza. She's great. I mean, that whole cast it's a
And
deep
Karen.
cast.
Is there a Karen?
Well, she's Karen in The Office.
Oh.
Yeah,
She's
have
on
you
both.
seen the one where it's Karen versus why am I drawing a blank on The Office? The receptionist, what's her name?
Pam.
Yeah, it's like Karen versus Pam. It's actually saying like Karen's a better person than Pam because she doesn't cheat on her husband. Like, oh wait. It was actually there. Like it was good. It was a good little meme. I'll try to find it.
And I didn't see that one.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. I just feel like The Office is so rewatchable. Like
That's true.
I have to sit down and kind of force myself to rewatch
Yeah.
Parks and Rec and enjoy
you don't
it.
have to force yourself to rewatch it.
All right, maybe force is a strong
You
word.
enjoy rewatching. Parks.
what about why am I drawing another blank? The one that's on Hulu, the Canadian one.
Like a sitcom, or
It's a comedy. It's why am I drawing a blank right now?
and it's Canadian.
Yeah, they're in Canada. It's on Hulu. Oh my goodness.
Who are some of the
They're not
nobody I know?
I'm gonna Google it.
Oh, see, this is
Oh,
fine.
right.
Yeah.
It's
Canadian show on.
as soon as it comes out, I'm gonna be like super mad.
My,
I'm gonna be super mad because
and my keyboard doesn't work.
I can't believe I'm drawing a
Oh
blank
man,
right now.
we're gonna have to use
it's
the
all good.
phones.
I don't know. It's
So Tyler, I wanted to ask about your mustache. Is this like COVID
it's COVID stash.
stash?
Yeah, it's my COVID stash.
And when you decide to do this, you're just like, I'm just not going to cut this part of my face, cut the rest, and see what happens.
It's intentional. It's a mustache. It's not like a random patch of hair on his face.
But like,
well, so
People have had mustaches for many years.
I'd like to be the originator of the mustache. I didn't wake up one morning and was like, you know what? I've never seen anybody with facial hair. No, I can't grow a beard, obviously, because of the occupation side of it.
okay.
So we always grow field stashes, where we just, and usually...
This is a field stash? I don't know that phrase.
So field stash, when you go to the field for a long point in time, you just don't shave, you just grow the field stash. So like when you're out training in the field, it's called field stash. For this one, I was like, I thought it was only going to be a month, so I was like, we're going to do the COVID stash and see how long I can get it. And then...
So are you going for the like where you can like...
No, I got to keep it like...
because of...
Very...
I see.
Very...
Very tight.
Yeah, very European, I guess is the right term. So, yeah, I got to keep it here, got to keep it in, but it's coming. I did it before I went to Prague.
Okay.
I grew it out too for a while. I was growing it out, and it came in pretty thick, and then now it's coming in thicker.
Yeah. Well, it's so crazy how different just like some facial hair makes people look. I mean, I look at Matt and it's like a different person.
Yeah, it's been 2 months since I shaved. This is by far the longest my beard's ever been.
Dude, I'm jealous. Mine comes in patches.
It's bright red too, and everyone's like, "Oh, I never knew you were a redhead," because I don't have hair on top of my head. But when I did before I shaved it, it was like dark. It was like dark brown. But when I was
when you were a kid.
I was a little kid, it was bright red.
Really?
And when I was like a teenager, it started to like get darker and darker. So now nobody knew I was a redhead.
So what's the nationality? Norwegian, or you like?
I'm like Irish, German, English,
French.
a little bit of French. Yeah,
I mean, last name is
French.
French as hell.
Yeah.
But I think mostly Irish, German.
Cool. That's cool. Yeah. I wish I could grow a beard like that. It's a nice beard. Mine, like, literally.
Well, could you if you tried? I mean,
No, it
you
comes
have
in
to kind
patches.
of. Well, yours was like patchy.
Yeah, like mine was super patchy too. But you just have to like get through that stage. You just have to bear with it. Like that was hard for me because I would get to like that 3-4 week period, and I'm like, I can't take this anymore. I look ridiculous, and I would shave it. But because it's COVID time, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to power through this and see what it looks like.
Are you glad you did?
I am. It's I say I touch my face 90% of the day. Like I'm just my hands. I cannot stop touching it. It's so
Always doing that.
yeah. It's really
I love it.
distracting because I'm just not used to it, and it's just
It feels kind of cool too. I think it feels kind of cool. I'm like
twisting it, and doing this, twirl it a little bit.
Look at you guys. Oh my goodness.
I look like I have mange when I grow my beard out. That's how patchy
yeah.
it is. Like it's not. It doesn't look good. Maybe one
What are you
day.
gonna do?
I want a mullet and a beard when I get out. When I retire, that's what I want.
Okay.
Mullet and a beard, like a full-on
Well,
mullet.
I'm
God, we were
looking forward to
watching-
seeing that.
We watched so the other day we watched Roadhouse and then we watched Kickboxer, and
greats.
both movies came out in the same year,
Mm-hmm.
and it's pretty much the same movie. Like the plot is exactly the same. They're just one's in Thailand and the other one's in like Kansas City. But Swayze's mullet or situation that he had going on,
It was beautiful. And who was his not protege? I guess he would be the guy's protege. He also had like a
Sam Elliott.
Sam Elliott.
yeah,
Sam
like
Elliott.
he
Oh,
walked
yeah.
in and I thought, oh my
His
god, you have
mustache
better
games.
hair than Swayze.
Sam Elliott in Tombstone might be one of the best roles anybody's ever played. Like, amazing.
Yeah.
My
Better
favorite movie.
than Val Kilmer in Tombstone.
Well, that was the only role I think Val Kilmer played good in. Like, I think that's
Oh,
the,
but yeah.
I think the only good Val Kilmer
You didn't
movie
like him
out
in
there.
Batman? What are you talking about?
Tombstone's my favorite movie, hands down.
Yeah.
That's part of the reason why Wyatt Earp tattooed on my legs. Doc. My dog is named Doc because of Doc Holliday and Wyatt Earp.
God, I
'cause
haven't
my
seen
cat's
Tombstone.
Wyatt.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Have you ever seen it?
I don't know if I could say that I've seen that movie.
No,
I found the next movie.
Yeah.
You know what? I was thinking.
hold on.
I was thinking Tomb Raider, but that has a female lead.
It's Angelina Jolie.
Okay.
Did
so
you just? Did you just?
Tomb Raider and Tombstone.
Tomb Raider and Tombstone?
looks like we
Wow.
have movies to watch. This
Yeah.
this
Wow.
one.
And Tomb Raider
Yeah.
was based off a video game.
Yes, Laura Croft.
Croft.
But we were
Don't judge me.
cracking up another one on this.
Do it. So, yeah, I'm so interested. So we were talking about how people can, and I'm not one of these people. Like, I want to know that I'm going to like the beer that I go out and buy. But I've met others of your kind who will just go out and say, you know what? This, and it just blows my mind. I'm like, but have you ever tried it? They're like, no, I don't like it. Well, you use the term, you just power through.
Yeah, you just got power through. And I like it warm too. Remember, I was telling you.
Well, this is just
I like it
a
warm, too.
whole different situation.
Would you,
but
would you power through a whole 6-pack, or you just power through the one?
Oh
And then
no, yeah, I'd probably just
give the
power
other
through.
5?
Yeah, I'd just power through the one.
okay.
I mean, it depends.
But you would buy a 6-pack of something you've never tried before.
I'd try not to.
Okay.
I would. I mean, to be honest, like I'd try not to, but. I mean, I might keep it, and that'd be like the ones I give. If when I have people over, I'd give the ones I don't like away. You know what I mean? Like, and then watch them power through it. And then it's just and I'm like, I know how bad that sucks, but you're gonna keep drinking it. So
Yeah.
Because you're not, nobody's gonna pour a beer away that they get given to, so they're gonna finish it.
You would be insulted by that. Like if you handed me a beer and I was like, Tyler, not feeling it.
No, I wouldn't
And
be
I'm-
insulted at all. I wouldn't care, but most people are gonna keep power through. That's where I think it's funny because I'm like, I know that
that
beer
sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're gonna keep drinking it. This is funny.
Man.
But no, like this one's actually pretty good. I just took one sip on it, but yeah, I mean it's
Dare to know an IPA.
It's an IPA.
yeah, it's nothing. I mean,
That's the thing about IPA. If you like IPAs, you pick up any IPA, you're probably gonna like it.
I agree.
There's not a huge
Yeah, that's true.
range of taste, and I'm talking out of my ass because I don't drink IPAs. But also, like I drink Belgians, so like if I like Belgian doubles, if I pick up any kind of double, it's some kind of
what you're gonna
crazy
get, yeah.
hybrid. It's probably gonna be okay. I'll probably be able to drink it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna have to like
I feel like
Poured
a porter is the one thing I just can't. Because it's just so heavy. It's just so different from like any other type of beer that you know.
It really is.
Like a Guinness, that would pain me to get through.
Well, Guinness is really light.
Is it?
Yeah, Guinness is a light beer.
A porter? Am I
So it's not. A Guinness is a
stout?
Yeah, it's a stout. It's a very.
Similar.
It's just dark, so you see it and you think it's going to be really heavy.
Oh, so
But
maybe I haven't tried it because I thought just that.
Yeah, Guinness is really, really, really light. It's a very easy drinker.
Okay.
Right. It's a stout, right? Guinness is a stout.
Yeah, I haven't had a Guinness.
I feel like it's a very.
I'll tell you how long.
I think I
I'm gonna look
drank
that up
like
real
half
quick.
a Guinness, like my graduation party, high school graduation party,
Oh, look at you.
and that was the last time I tried a Guinness.
What is it? Is it a black and tan where it's like Guinness and
Usually Yingling lager.
Is it Yingling?
It's a dark Irish dry stout.
Okay.
Stout.
Yeah.
So this weekend we're going to drink Guinness and watch Tombstone.
Yeah, it sounds like a good time.
Does it?
It does.
Okay, I'm about it. I
I made the girls this weekend. I made banana splits. I don't know where this came from, but I just
I love it.
It's weekend things, and I actually was disappointed in my children. They didn't want the pineapple topping. They didn't want the strawberry topping.
Wait, do you put
Pineapple. Yeah, I wouldn't want pineapple either.
See, that's your fault.
Disappointed in my friends as
I'm
well.
putting pineapple in a banana
So what do you guys
split.
think is a banana split?
Banana.
Let me walk you through this.
Okay,
multiple
let's walk
kinds
through
of
it.
ice
So we
cream.
have you have to have like the banana bowl, right? Like the elongated bowl. And then no, you don't have to.
You don't have. Yeah, but
We don't have one, so I don't know how we'd make.
I
them
just
if
used
that
Tupperware containers, but I
fair.
works.
So like bananas.
Yep.
And then you need the chocolate, the strawberry, and the vanilla ice cream.
Yes.
And then maybe drizzle some like chocolate syrup.
Okay.
I don't like whipped cream, but I can appreciate others who may.
like a little whipped cream. Yeah.
Maybe some like, and I would do maybe peanuts or like some type of nut, walnut.
No nuts.
No nuts.
No nuts. Okay.
It's not.
I'm a
salad,
fan of
it's
nuts,
a
so I'm
banana
a-
split.
You put yourself in these situations.
Pause. Nut top.
Sure, he's a fan of nut toppings. I can appreciate that. But no, what kind of pineapple? What are you doing to those children?
You can get pineapple like topping, and it's like almost like a jelly, and you put it on. So on
I
one
see
gets
what you're
pineapple, one gets fudge, one gets strawberry.
When you say one scoop,
one scoop, yeah, and then you put the cherry on the center one, and
I
then,
don't like those cherries. What kind of cherry? The fake cherries?
I don't know how to say it.
Maraschino.
I was gonna say something else.
Maraschino.
Maraschino, thank you. There's some words I cannot pronounce, like the spice that goes on toast. I can't say that word.
What spice goes
Spice
on
on
toast?
And
What do you eat?
Cinnamon.
Cinnamon. Stop.
Cinnamon. I really can't say it.
Cinnamon.
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 What about cinnamonson?
I think it's cinnamon.
There it is.
It's just don't say sin at the end.
You put cinnamon on toast?
Cinnamon and sugar toast. You ever had that?
Well, I guess it's like a cinnamon bacon
Cinnamon toast
raisin.
crunch.
Really? You've never had cinnamon toast?
Is there butter involved?
I've never done that.
Yeah, you got to put that. That's what holds it on there. I think I said it right that time without thinking too.
You did. Maybe I thought you just think too much about it.
Ooh.
And but no. So any kind of bread, wheat bread, potato bread, white bread, dealer's choice.
Whatever's available.
Okay.
I don't.
Did you try the cinnamon challenge when it was popular back in the day?
I did.
You did? Yeah, so
That was weird.
it's the worst decision I've ever made in my life.
My brother used to blow pepper into my face like as a joke, and it was never cool.
It's also not funny.
Yeah.
Have you ever been around when
Part of the reason
When
why
the
I'm
pepper
tough
spray
saying
goes
is him.
off?
Yes.
horrendous? Like I was in a
Yeah,
large grocery store and a woman took it out of her. She had a pepper spray thing, took it out of her purse and accidentally went off.
Oh.
And like you couldn't be in the store. Like if you walked within like 50 feet, you're coughing, your eyes are watering. Like people were walking into the store like 20 minutes later coughing,
Yeah, it's
eyes itching.
It's intense.
we
Really intense.
we had to do riot control training from one of my first deployments, and in order to carry OC spray, you have to be sprayed by OC spray. So you stand there at like it was a baseball diamond. And we're at home plate, and he sprays just like OC, 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 and you got to run and like do this like obstacle course, I guess, while defending, like, doing the techniques they teach you in case you get like contaminated. It was probably the worst pain. Like that, I don't keep a lot of like my certificates and things, so just whatever. But that one is definitely kept, because as long as you have the certificate, next time you only have to get wiped. You don't have to get sprayed again, so you can just get the level 2 or whatever. I behave when I'm out because I remember how that feels, and I don't want to ever feel that again. It was that rough. Yeah,
I was with 2 girlfriends in Pittsburgh, and one of them, as like a protection thing, had pepper spray. So I think we just wanted to feel kind of what it felt like. So we sprayed it into the sink, and it sucked. Like it was a really small apartment, so it was in our nose and eyes, and we were in a really bad place for about an hour. And a half. Yeah.
It
was crazy.
Burns through styrofoam and stuff.
It's crazy.
I always want to get a taser and tase myself, see what happens with that. I've always been curious to see, like, some people are like, I mean, you see it on the videos, so some people are like immune to the taser. They just kind of rock through it.
Do you think you'd be immune to the...
Nah, absolutely not. No way.
No. Yeah, I feel like probably most people are.
No. And I don't want to, like, think that I am in case I'm not.
Right.
False confidence.
Well, but do you think you'd be able to tase yourself? Because that's like, I don't know, when I see people who like just, I feel like that takes a certain amount of like willpower, or like.
People are tasing themselves?
Well.
I mean, I've always wanted, like, if you had like one of the
you would do it to yourself, right?
Yeah, but I can't even like get into the shower with a blister, so I don't think I'd be able to.
That is a very specific.
Have you ever like got in the shower?
A blister where?
On your foot, on your hand, or mat burn? Like
okay,
mat burn
yeah,
yeah.
You think you're like Mercer or mat burn shower pain? Sometimes I might risk the Mercer for the night. You know what I mean? Sometimes I might, depending on how bad that mat burn is, I might risk it. Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
Well, because it lasts the whole. Well, you kind of get used to it though. Like it's just the initial.
Like the mat burn?
Or no, like when you get in the shower.
Devil's
right?
fire.
First, yeah.
It's
first.
It literally feels like the devil is pouring hot water down your wherever it burns. I don't like it. I don't like it.
Yeah, I haven't gotten mat burn very.
I get it on my feet a lot.
Like on the tops of your feet.
Tops of my feet, yeah.
You don't get blisters running?
No.
On your feet?
Not yet. Also, it hasn't been very long, so like.
I'm with you. I'm still. I ran.
So I wouldn't like qualify myself, but then you'd have to like.
I did a long run on last Saturday. It was 7 miles.
I saw that. That's awesome.
It wasn't awesome.
No, it sucks.
And
let me ask you this: did you know when you started, you were like, "I'm going to run this amount of miles"?
Yeah. So I actually hate running. Don't like to run. But I was kind of talking to you guys before. Going to Germany, I saw if I'm going to run a marathon, I want to run the marathon, the Athens marathon. So I started training for that, and I'm lucky that my boss right now, she's a terrific runner, and she built a plan for me. So she's set this plan up, and I got 8 miles this Saturday that I got to hit. But I was like, I got bad shoes. Like I need new shoes. So I ordered new shoes. They'll be here on Friday. But like my feet went numb like 3 miles in. So like for the next 4, they were completely numb, and I'm like, I'm just gonna keep going. Like,
see, that's quite dangerous because you don't know if you're like when you're about to roll your ankle. Like I feel like it can be more dangerous to not feel.
I was expecting my Achilles tendon to go out. I was like, I'm gonna lose it here, but it honestly was because I was running so slow, just to get the miles. Because I'm in the load phase right now. I'm just trying to get heavy miles and just get used to the miles.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, I think that's what she calls it. I don't. When you listen to this, don't be mad at me if I got that wrong, please.
So it's not about.
It's
just getting it done.
Yeah, she's just get the miles in, get used to it, and then we'll start working on this.
But I like your point. I feel like there's a thing that's going too slow, and like that is causing you pain. It's like you might as well, maybe not might as well walk at that point. But I think there's a pace where it's like I can I can do this for a little while, and
I 100% with you. Like I was to a point to where I was like, I got to pick it up. But then I was like psyching myself out because I was like, well, if I start running.
What if I can't keep up this
too fast? And like, but I ended up like realizing like I could run fast. I ran yesterday and today and was running faster with it. But I almost feel like it was like I was chopping the steps so hard that it was like that's what it was. But it's definitely shoes too. Like I'm running on some old shoes that I
didn't realize my shoes weren't great until you pointed it out. You like flipped them over. You're like,
There's no tread on the bottom.
Felicia, what are you doing?
You're just running on Chuck T's. You got some
Shredless.
Chuck T's on running for it. Like,
No, it's just like, I don't know. No, no.
No traction.
Yeah. And well, that's why it's more dangerous when I run in the rain, because like it could be very easy to just slip and.
Have you ever seen the video in the snowstorm? The two runners, and they're like, "It's a great night for a run."
No, no.
Such a good
the
one.
black ice and just
No.
oh no.
Like they're talking to the reporter, and then they get done talking to the reporter. They turn away, and then they run off. And as the camera's still on them, they just eat it.
Did you guys try the whistle pig?
I
Very
did.
good.
Also,
Try it.
cheers to
To
just being with company.
Isolation.
Cheers to isolation. Goodness. I like it.
it's good.
It's a good sipper.
Do you know why whistle pig? Do you know anything why the.
It was an. It says on the back of the bottle.
Oh, does it
Maybe
talk
no.
about
It's on. Maybe it's on the case. Yeah, right here. It's on the case. They were an old dairy farm in Vermont. I think is where they're from. It's good though. Like
Yeah.
100 proof.
Oh.
Hey, hello.
Oh.
But yeah,
Oh, it's got powerful spices, notes of caramel. I thought I hinted a note of caramel.
Did
in
you?
there. I thought I did. And an oaky finish. Yeah, I mean that's about what I was
It's an
tasting.
oaky afterbirth. What was that?
the oaky afterbirth. Did you really get
No,
it?
no.
Oh, I was like, dude, you're.
See, I was gonna say no. I don't
What,
buy
what,
it.
what were we trying? And like before I read the description on the bottle, I think it was a wine.
I think it was wine. Yep.
And I was like, and you were like, what do you taste? I was like, I taste alcohol. It's like literally the only thing I could pick out is alcohol.
Yeah.
And it had like the description. It was like hints of strawberry and lavender, and I was like, no,
Oh,
it's-
Oh no,
like
just alcohol.
And some of the stuff in that, you're like, I don't know if I want to taste that. Like some of the hints of this thing, you're like,
Yeah.
hints of gravel. You're like, what?
Why?
Hints of outside.
smoky notes.
I'd like to get into wine. I would. I've been saying that for a few years. Oh no.
When you say get it, so like you'll have a glass if someone's like, hey, but you want to like know what it is that you're.
Yeah, but I mean, I'll drink it. Like if there's, I'll have a glass of wine. I'm not gonna that's gonna be my last. Like I'm not gonna go buy a bottle of wine.
You won't.
No, not really. Just because I don't know what I'm buying, and I don't want to.
Well, we never know what we're buying. We usually just go, well, what's under $10,
See,
and
that's-
then that's what we'll get. This bottle was $8.09 on sale. Usually it's.
I get told that that's like the
$9.
way to do it. Like just don't worry.
Well, because I feel like, at least I can't
can't tell the
really
difference.
tell. Like you can put $100 bottle of wine in front of me. You can put. Where were you? And you had like it was like a $200 bottle of. Well, it might have been
It was like-
champagne.
no, I was at Capitol Grill. I had it was like a $200 bottle of red wine, and I couldn't tell the difference.
Yeah.
At all.
I didn't buy it. Somebody, it was
Yeah.
Right.
But I couldn't tell the difference between if you put a blindfold on me with that and a glass of $10 wine. I couldn't pick out the difference.
That'd be a good like dinner, maybe not dinner party, but like a situation where you, hey, bring a bottle, but no one's gonna bring the $100. I wouldn't.
No.
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 Yeah. I
If
guess
you
we'd have to supply the $100.
if you brought $100 wine to our party, I'd be mad at you guys.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you doing? Why are you doing that?
you showing off for?
Yeah, I got a $5 bottle of wine. Here.
But no,
Mine's
man,
boxed.
I tell you what, it's and where is it? Is it Trader Joe's that has the like $4 bottle of wine or something like that?
I
I
like
think it used to be like $2. It was
That's
because
actually
they used to call it
pretty
$2
good.
Chuck. It's
I've
called
heard,
like
yeah.
Charles.
Really?
It's like Carl Charles something. They call it $2 Chuck. It's probably I think it's like $3.
Is it good?
I'm sure it tastes fine. See, I think the thing about wine is if it's really cheap, then the hangover. I think it's all about the hangover because it's like higher quality ingredients. You're gonna have less of a hangover. I'm talking out of my ass. That's
Probably
what
something like the nitrates
that
or
sounds
something.
right.
would be like,
Yeah, I think it's something.
Sounds right.
The nitrates. Let's call it.
Yeah.
Sounded cool.
sounded
So I remember the name of the show.
Oh Jesus.
What was the show?
Letterkenny.
I've never seen it.
Letter Kenny.
It's probably one of the funniest shows I've ever. It's hilarious.
What's it about?
They're four guys in Letterkenny, Canada, is like the town, and they basically just talk trash to each other, to like people in the town. They fight once an episode.
Is it Trailer Park Boys?
It's
Sounds
similar
like it.
to
Sounds
Trailer
like you're
Park Choice.
describing Trailer Park Boys, which is
Similar
an
to Trailer Park
amazing
Joe's.
show.
I couldn't get into Trailer Park Joe's. Joe actually tried to get me into Trailer Park Joe's. I couldn't.
Yeah.
Or Trailer Park Boys. I couldn't get into it, but it is funny.
I'm not sure I would have continued watching it
my
if you weren't
God.
like Felicia. Can keep watching the show.
The last episode of the first season, I will say it's the funniest episode of any TV show I've ever watched.
Really?
It is so funny. They rob a grocery store to get food for a wedding the night before the wedding. Oh my! I don't like spoil it, and they do it during a bachelor party while like the groom is passed out in the car, and then they run in and rob a grocery store to get food for his wedding the next day. Oh my God! And they steal like mostly bananas. And then there's a shootout.
Interesting.
Dude, there's a shootout in like every other episode.
That's okay.
Such a good.
I've seen the episode. It's good, but to be honest, your reaction to it is what's funny for me.
I just remember.
Well, I think people think it's like a really dumb show, but it's like it's a smart show about really dumb people.
Okay. I remember an episode where he had a bobcat or a tiger or something in his shed, like one of the, like, and it was just like I was lost. It was hilarious. Speaking of cats, you guys watch Tiger King?
Of course.
Did you?
We watched it in 2 days.
You kind of have to, though, right?
Oh,
I feel
yeah,
like,
absolutely.
First of all, like, Carol sucks, right? Like, we can all just...
Hey, they're cool cats and kittens.
I don't know. I feel like Tyler's, like, not so sure about that.
You're not so sure about Carol Baskin?
Yeah.
If she killed her husband?
Are you asking if I think Carol Baskin's killed her husband?
Or if she's, like, a good person. Because I feel like she was doing the same thing that...
I don't know if Carol Baskin killed her husband. I'm going to be honest with that. She's not a good person. So, actually, my favorite country singer, watched him live the other day, Cody Jinks, was talking about this.
Was that one... What did you just say?
My favorite country singer played live last week, and he talked about this. And he said that, like, one thing they all have in common is they're all predators. Like, have you noticed that? Like, every single one, they're like very predatorial people. They're preying on everybody around them. Doc, Doc was probably like one of the most biggest predators around. Like, that dude was like a creep.
It's like a cult he's got going on.
He's definitely a sexual predator. Like 100%.
Yep, seems like it.
Weird. Like, but that was just a whole weird show.
Every episode just got crazier and crazier, and then he like runs for president, and then
did like
husband kills himself, and
I mean, running for president might be the least shocking thing
of that whole thing.
Honestly, like
the one part
he had votes for governor. Like he realized pretty quickly he wasn't going to become president. It was like, let me run for governor instead.
Yeah,
which is pretty funny in and of itself. And he ran as a libertarian.
Great.
Dude, my favorite character in the whole show was his campaign manager.
Fantastic.
Who he found at Walmart and hired him on the spot when he was at Walmart buying guns or whatever.
You're hired.
And I was like, why don't you be my campaign manager? And the guy, my favorite quote in that whole show was, he goes, I'm not a big fan of the government. Technically, I'm a libertarian. He goes, I'm a libertarian, so technically, fuck the government.
Yes.
And his delivery of that was like
perfect.
It was great. Yeah.
So technically, fuck the government.
Yeah.
Now that fire.
Oh, he definitely started that fire.
He did.
Yeah.
The producer or
no. The tiger. What's his
Joe?
name?
What is it? Joe
Exotic.
Joe Exotic.
He started that fire.
Yeah, there was so much dirt on him.
Yeah.
The guy was filming him for what, I don't know, a long ass time, and he had all sorts of dirt. They had footage of him like treating tigers without a medical license. They were just like stitching them up. They had all sorts of crazy shit.
Speaking of medical license, how about when the employee like loses their arm and then he just runs and like throws on an EMT jacket and we're like,
that's the funny.
But does this count?
His first reaction to his employee getting his arm bitten off
was to
EMT
go
change his jacket,
put the bomber on.
EMT bomber.
The bomber.
And then he's like, excuse me, folks. Somebody's had their arm eaten.
Not even a windbreaker, it's a bomber.
No, it was
I would think it's like a security jacket, like a windbreaker. No, he's like, I got a bomber. Like he was prepared for that.
Like he
was waiting for that. He was hoping that would happen. He's like, I got this cool bomber I'm gonna throw on.
That's exactly what happened. It's fantastic.
I'm not gonna lie. After I watched that show, if you looked at my Google search history, it's cool bomber jackets. I'm in the market for a bomber jacket right now.
Let me ask you this: when they mentioned that a baby tiger was like around $2,000, did you think, do I need a baby tiger? That was my thought.
I know because I have a baby child that is now a teenager, and I just realized that a baby tiger is going to become a teenager tiger.
And then we'll have to eat
like
a
2 months.
Yeah.
I'd probably rather have a teenager tiger than a teenager child, though.
You think?
It's child. Nah, she's cool. She's been sleeping. Like, I was actually talking to my mom about it. She's been sleeping, like, all day. Like, like, they're off from school or whatever,
Yeah.
COVID. And she's been sleeping. I, like, go in there and wake her up. She gets mad at me.
Like all day.
Yeah. I'm like,
How old is she?
13, going to be 14.
Okay.
She's doing really good, though.
That's the thing. Is like when you're that age, you're growing like crazy. You need to sleep.
True.
You will never not advocate for that.
I will never not advocate for that. I always say like school starts way too early.
Absolutely.
Like when I was a kid, it was my mom getting me out of bed, and like it was like a fight every morning.
Mm-hmm.
I hated waking up that early. Dude, I went from like 5'6" to 6'2" in like 3 years. Like I needed a lot. You need a shitload of sleep to do that. And they pulling teenagers out of bed at like 5, 6 o'clock in the morning is just not. It's not healthy.
Not healthy. Yeah.
I don't agree with it. High school should start at like 10.
I think work should start at 10. On all honesty. Like,
So I think when you get to an adult age, work should start when.
you're
So like
ready. You're ready.
I'm up at like 5:30. I can be ready for work at like 6:30. On my way,
So
like
the world
for
should
me to
revolve around you.
no, but I'm saying you should have the choice to make, right? Like, if I want to start at 6:30 or 7, that should be my choice. You want to start at 10,
Sure.
by all means.
Sure.
But I think when you get to like that adult age, make the choice yourself.
Yeah.
Do you think it should be a set hours that you work? So, like, you could start at 10, but you got to put in 6 to 8 hours.
I mean, I think no, I think it's my short answer.
Okay.
Because I think that like if you can get it done in 5, get it done in 5.
So, task-based. You want to be
Then do what you want to do.
task-based.
Yeah. Here's what I need to
I
get
like
done.
task-based.
Get done in whatever time that means for you.
Okay.
And but so I think that so we've been, working from home for the past almost 2 months now at this point.
How's that going?
It's good.
To be honest, kind of great.
Most of my coworkers are like sprawled out all over the country. So I do I work on Microsoft Teams, even when I'm in the office,
Okay.
90% of the time.
Yeah.
So.
But I think so I think the fact that we are as productive, arguably more productive, is an argument for like people can be at home and work from home and do their thing and like not need to be in an office. Like I maybe want one office day to do like paperwork, but I can do most of what I need to do from home. And I'm hopeful that this will prove the argument that like, hey, this brick and mortar, situation isn't necessary for everybody. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like
I'm getting way more sleep than I've ever gotten.
Yeah.
Going back to the sleep thing. Because like before I'd wake up, I don't know.
you like never had regular hours.
I never had regular hours because I just started an office job 3 months ago. And before that I was working, I'd be coming home from work at midnight, 2 or 3 nights a week.
Wow.
Getting there by 6:30 in the morning.
That's rough.
2 or 3 days a week. Now I do like 9 to 5.
That's
and
cool.
I could wake up at 8:45 and just walk down, log in.
That's cool.
Good to go.
Yeah.
That's much better than what you were doing.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Consistent sleep schedule is huge. I never had one. For 15 years, I never had a consistent sleep schedule. Some nights I would go to bed at 1 in the morning. Some nights I would go to bed.
You ever track your
10
sleep?
p.m. Never.
So I got this right here.
I was gonna say it because that's what is that?
It's called a Whoop. WHOOP. Yeah, there. Hey, yeah. So you literally leave it on all the time.
Except
There's a charging thing. You slide on it, so you don't ever have to take it off, and it monitors your resting heart rate, your constant heart rate, your sleep patterns, your strain, your daily strain. So whatever your heart rate goes up, it can judge your strain of workouts and things like that. And then it measures your sleep, and then it bases your sleep off of your resting heart rate and tells you your recovery. So how recovered you are for your next workout. And I had a Fitbit, didn't like it, got this thing, love it. I haven't taken it off for a month now. And it was interesting to see my sleep because it's an app on your phone that'll pull up and it'll tell you your disturbances, like what time you woke up. And like then I look at it and I'm like, oh yeah, I remember looking at my phone, like waking up, rolling over and seeing that. It's been really cool. And I've been performing better. It tells you what time to go to sleep to have your performance and all that. It's been cool. It's like $30.
so you're saying it tells you when you are recovered. What does that mean? Like,
So based off of your rest and your sleep is when you're you are fully recovered from your last strain.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm saying the word right. I might be
No,
saying
but I mean, it makes sense. So like, if just taking running for example, so you went on a run.
Yeah. So here,
and it'll tell you when you're ready to go on a like. Technically, you should go on a run.
Yeah. So so the yellow is I'm 41% recovered, and then so far I've used 4.5% strain. So let me see.
What's like the highest strain?
So 13 points. So we'll look at Saturday was. So that was the 7 mile run was like an 18.3, but you can click here.
Damn, you slept 9.5 hours.
Yeah, it was
straight.
Me and the teenager were sleeping. Yeah, we were sleeping in. I didn't wake her
Damn,
up early.
Slept 9.5 hours.
But like you could put all these in, so like different activities. You start it, and that calculates it.
Okay,
it's cool. It's a cool little.
And you think it's helpful. So like.
So yeah, let me.
So you won't start another activity until you're.
No, I don't really pay attention that much to it. I'll still do it, but like, so I was 100% because I got 9.5 hours sleep on Saturday. I only needed 7.38 hours. But it like measures.
Oh wow!
So like breaks it all down for. It's pretty cool. Like it's.
Whoop whoop
whoop whoop. Yeah, so it's like $30 a month.
Yeah.
The band's free when you start it, and then you
see. What's great is that when you go running, you don't have to take your phone. So I do, and that's kind of.
So I take it for music though.
I don't listen to music when I run.
Really?
Can I say? And I'm proud of that because I feel like
you gotta explain
it takes another. And this is just me talking out of my ass. I'll take a page out of your book. I don't listen to anything. I feel like I motivate myself.
Okay.
And I do think though I'd have a much faster run time if I listen to music because I feel like it like keeps you going.
What music would you listen to?
Smooth jazz.
Really?
I kid. No.
Oh, that was interesting. I was like, okay. Like,
I don't think
Well, some people listen to like calming music to like exercise, workout. I think most people, you need something like heavy.
Yeah, like
something that's gonna
like
pump you up.
I listen to country. Texas country, and only because I need something to focus on. So I know the lyrics to the songs, so I focus on the songs, and it zones me out.
I've heard people listening to podcasts. I've never done it. I don't listen to anything, but
that might be a good idea. Or an audiobook, maybe.
Put it, and then like. I feel like the time could go quickly at that point because with podcasts, if it's an hour and a half, 2 hours, whatever it is.
That might distract me though. See, I can't. I used to have to listen to music when I was lifting. I can't do it anymore. Yeah, it just distracts me because I'm always like worrying about changing the song. It's got to be.
Yeah.
Like I used to lift, I would like time it so that the song, like the beat drops right as I'm about to lift. Like,
so it's like a little like video.
Yeah, you're ready for it.
I guess, but I can't.
That's why he's so on top of this right here.
But I can't do it anymore. It just distracts me. So now I have to be like listening to nothing.
Yeah, I feel was it Goggins?
Goggins says listening to music when you work out is cheating.
And I feel like that. I don't know if that stuck with me.
Do you know why he said that though?
Because you should be able to motivate yourself.
Yeah, I think that's it. And he's like, if you're training to, like, say you're a football player, and these guys, they have music when they run out onto the field and they get all pumped up. But then when the game starts, everything stops. You go back to zero.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And you're totally calm and do the coin flip, whatever. And now when you're actually playing, you're not going to have that music. So you're training under one set of conditions that aren't going to be the conditions that you're going to perform under.
That probably makes more sense.
I just feel like that I can't take anything that man says seriously because no, because he is
unpopular opinion.
No, because he's so insanely just savage. Like he is just like he is not a man. Like he is like
it's a machine.
No, in all honesty, everything he says, I'm like,
get a little closer.
You are yes. Like I love what he says, but like I feel like I'm a pretty tough guy. Like I feel like you know what I mean. Like I'm like averagely tough, and then there's that man. You're just like
I'm averagely tough.
Whoa, dude! Like
have you read his book?
No. They're actually the guys at work are gonna give it to me when I need it. They said it's amazing.
Can't Hurt Me. Is that
Can't Hurt Me? Yeah, I listened to the audiobooks. The audiobook is amazing because in between chapters he jumps on and does like a mini podcast.
Oh, cool!
And he like adds color to the previous chapter, and the guy that's doing the audiobook kind of like goes back and forth with him.
Yeah.
Really, really good book.
Is it true that he was running a race and was hospitalized or something, and then went back and ran and finished the race. Like I heard some crazy story. Like
There's some really nuts. Like he did 100 miles before he did a marathon. I'm pretty sure that's what because he wanted to get into this, I think it was called Badwater. It's like 130 miles in the desert in Arizona. But in order to do that, he had to run 24 hours straight or do 100 miles. I guess it was like whatever came first. So he did 100 miles, and it was like just like a track, and you just had to go around over and over again for 24 hours and see how many miles you can get. And he did 100 miles, and he like collapsed and like shit himself, and his wife and his mom had to like carry him off the track and like put him in a bathtub, and he was like pissing blood and shit, like fucking crazy. And then he had to go to the hospital. And
so he was a SEAL, a pararescue, and went to Ranger School or Green Beret School?
Ranger School.
It hit every Special Forces wicket you could basically hit.
Dude,
like
he did SEALs, he did Buds 3 times. He did Hell Week 3 times. Broke his shins on one of them, and he would show up early and like duct tape his shins underneath his socks.
First off, how many people do you know that ever broke their shins? Like,
well, apparently, like when you're running that much, you get like.
Well, the shin splints are probably disgusting.
They sleep like 45 minutes a day.
It's crazy.
One of the toughest guys I've ever met, and just good dude. A corpsman that I served with went through Buds, and he said it was the hardest thing he's ever done. I couldn't, but I also think that your SEALs are born. Like they're it's a born thing. Like it's not.
So you don't think you could train for like take any one of us like, hey, you got 8 months, and then we're gonna put you through this training. Do you think that? I don't know where I stand on that.
I mean, I think maybe, but I also think that mentally, like I think mentally you got it. Like when you're out there in the freezing cold water, you may drown. You may, I mean, that's just the point. It's like
no parts.
But
it's also like, so Hell Week is, I think it's actually 5 days, or maybe it is a full week. But that's only part of what you have to go through. That it's like the hardest part, but then even after that, there's like all these like underwater tests they have to do, and where you have to like go underwater, like tie a knot and shit like that, and before you come up, and if you fail something like that, you're out. So you can go through Hell Week,
it through Hell Week and still not
get into the SEALs,
and that's just training. Yeah, let's imagine these guys what they're doing in real life operations.
So if you listen to Jocko, Jocko's like, everyone when they talk about SEALs, they always talk about Buds. That's like the first thing everyone brings up. But what we went through in war was way harder than training.
Those guys are on helicopters and they're like, hey, we can't tell you where you're going, but we're gonna drop you here. You're gonna do your mission, and we'll pick you up in this designated. Like, I mean, even watch a Lone Survivor, like that was
they're just
blew my mind. That
different type of person.
100%.
And most of those, they'll start with like 200 people, and like 15, 20 make it.
Yeah.
And you just, that's what I don't know. I think you're born. Like I think it's literally like a born, like some. I mean, I don't think that makes anybody like me. I can't be a SEAL. Doesn't make me any less of a tough person. It's just those guys are just
a different type.
And what's crazy is you would think they'd be like muscle meatheads, but like they're usually the most intelligent people I've ever met. A lot of them are doctors. I mean, Professor Jay's cousin, Peter's. He's a
assemblyman.
Assemblyman. He's pretty intelligent. You got to be very intelligent to be in that position. He was a SEAL. Like that's cool. Like he's
a lawyer too.
You know what I mean? Like that's. But I think also when you're in operations of what they do, you have to be on another level. You're not just a dumb grunt. You have to be an intelligent individual to maintain that. But that's I definitely think you're born. They're born for that. That's just.
Well, I like thinking about it that way. It's just like, because I don't think there are things that everybody should be able to do, and it's I can.
There's things like regular things too. Like I don't think I could be a doctor or a nurse. Like I don't think I could be a doctor or a nurse.
I feel the same way about myself.
I couldn't do that.
But I feel like my reasoning, and this is going to come off. Well, whatever. I feel like I couldn't. I don't have the kind of compassion that it takes.
Okay.
Because I look at people and I'm like, just get up. Like you're actually fine. Like that's how I would approach probably most of my patients.
I think where you would get caught up is seeing people come in because of their shitty diets or their shitty lifestyles, and that's where you wouldn't have compassion. You're here because of bad decisions you made.
Bad choices that you made.
Yeah.
I think you're right. Yeah, and I think it takes a a certain type of compassionate person, you know, to who like really is like really wants to do this job well. And
Absolutely.
I don't have it. Like, toughen up and fucking keep it moving. Like, there are people with real problems.
Yeah.
I think is what would go through my head. Like, actual people with real problems. And I feel like some people I would see, I'm like, I don't think you're actually that, you know. So, but I know that about myself, which is why I don't think I could.
No, I'm with you. I'm similar in that. I don't think I could see like the kids portion of it. Like that would be tough for me. Like, I don't know. Or dealing with giving the bad news. Like, I don't go to the doctors purely because you only get bad news when you go to the doctor.
Yeah.
You never get good news when you go to the doctor.
Are you saying you don't go to the doctor?
I try not to as much as possible.
I haven't been, but that's just because I don't know if it's laziness or what.
I try not to. I mean, I have to get my like yearly checkups from the military, but like I try not to go. Like, if I'm,
will you just power through?
Well, like I was saying, like I was telling you guys earlier, like I'm 95% sure I had COVID when I came back from Germany in February. I did my personal self quarantine because I knew I was probably sick and I didn't want to give it to anybody.
Yeah.
But like I wasn't planning on going to the doctors at all. Like I was not like.
Right.
I was going to tough it
going.
out, and then, you know, the night that I was like, all right, I'm gonna go. The next morning I woke up and it was gone. But it was 5 days of probably the worst fever I've ever. Like, I thought I was in like an ice bath. Like, I was cold, freezing, but my body temperature was super high. I had like 100. I think it was like. It was up. It was like probably 102. Like I was at 102, 103. Like I was hot. Like I was like freaking out, and then I couldn't breathe. Felt like I was like in a pool where someone was standing on my chest, and then just one morning it went away. The fifth night. I remember the fifth night, and the sixth day I woke up and it was gone.
Man.
Yeah, I wonder how many people had COVID-19 and just they got it, thought they just had a cold or the flu, and just got over
just
it
moved
and
on.
moved on.
Well, how many times have you
I'm
gone?
pretty sure I had it.
Yeah, no, and like, it's a great point. Like, how many times before this year, how many season have you gone in thinking you had the flu or thinking you had something? And the doctor's like, "Hey, look, like, it's not the flu.
Yeah,
you just got a virus. Got to let it run its course."
Right.
And you're like, "Oh, yeah, it's got to let it run its course." And then now we're here. But